Hello friends, welcome to the DMV. For those that have never heard of that term before, that's the District of Columbia, Maryland, and Virginia, or Northern Virginia. It's kind of like a smaller area where they're close together. Anyways, today we're in Maryland. Came here to visit my best friend and her new baby, and we are going shopping. This is also where I was born. Well, I was born in Washington, D.C., so I have some experience shopping here. I've never been to this thrift store. It's a really big Goodwill. I'm sorry the camera is shaky. Let's just go because I'm holding you and my arm's already shaking. All right, friends,
let's get started. I started in this little section they had right by the door. It was jackets and sweaters. But before I forget, don't forget to subscribe. I often forget to ask you guys to do that. Thank you so much for us hitting 10K. All right, back to our regularly scheduled program. I started in this little section that was a mix of like sweaters and dresses, a ton of mall brands. I do like when stores do section pricing. So basically each section is a set price. Dresses, shockingly, were $11.49. That really surprised me. That's more expensive in Los Angeles than Los Angeles. In LA, we pay $9.90. $9.90? No, we do not pay that. We pay $9.99 usually for dresses. And then they mark up higher end stuff. But sweaters were $7.49. But I will show you the pricing as we go along. So some of it was dresses, some of it was sweaters, a ton of mall brands, Joan Rivers, Land's End. I used to love selling Land's End on ThredUp. I would only pick it up at the bins and send it to ThredUp, but the prices just are not where they used to be for Land's End anymore. Land's End is actually not super, I would say it's like a mid-range mall brand. You know, sweater could be like $50, $60. It used to be more expensive, I feel like, but don't pick it up as much. Occasionally I'll pick up Banana Republic Heritage because it's usually made of a nicer fabric. But that one was really dingy, had a lot of snags. The color wasn't very vibrant, and I didn't want to put the work in to deal with it, so I moved on. And keep in mind, we did fly across the country, so I didn't have a ton of room in my suitcase. And I did come here with the intention of just sending things directly to ThredUp. So I did bring a ThredUp label, and then I could just ship it via FedEx, and I wouldn't have to ship it at all. This Lord & Taylor top I looked at, it was a sweater, retailed for $54, and you can see it was marked down a couple times. I have not seen a Lord & Taylor since I was a child, since I lived in Maryland and DC. I don't even know, do you still have Lord & Taylor where you live? It's kind of like a Nordstrom kind of, I can't even remember, you guys, because I haven't been in one since I was a child. But anyways, that just took me back to childhood. Couture, I very rarely pick up. It just sits for me. I used to be able to pick it up at the bins and sell it and make like a quick $20 profit. Nay, friends, not anymore. So I pass on it, especially when they want you to pay $11.49. Look at these dresses. $11.49, absolutely not. White House Black Market, 100% of the time we'll pick it up at the bins if it's in good condition. Occasionally, I will actually pick it up at a traditional thrift store, but not for $11.49. This Talbot's dress, new with tags, retailed $98. I'm sorry, it was $11.24. What an interesting price. I thought it was $11.99. Why 24 cents, Goodwill? I wonder. Anyways, I passed on that. Talbot's, though, you guys know, I have a whole video on mall brands I love selling. I am not above selling a good mall brand dress. I love it. They sell quickly for me. It's great. Or a mall brand anything. Lulu's, you guys know I love to sell their dresses. This was new with tags, but this looked super tiny. They said it was a large. I think it was meant to be like a skater dress, but it literally looked like a large for a child. So I passed on that. I always stop by the purse section to see if I can find anything because I make a good profit selling purses myself and on consignment. If you'd like to see some daily sales that I have, I'm trying to get better about posting them on my reselling Instagram. I'll link it in the description. But in my stories, every day I try to post something that sold somewhere. Poshmark, ThredUp, The Real, eBay. Just to give you some insight on how I'm making money and what's selling for me. So I have never seen this at a Goodwill before, and I appreciate this. It says that basically they don't authenticate anything in the store. So if you buy a Gucci bag and it's fake, poo-poo for you. Like, they did not authenticate. I've never seen that. And I appreciate that because at least in Los Angeles, they will mark things up. And I will be looking at this Louis Vuitton purse. Literally, it says with an F, Vuitton inside, and they have it marked at $100. And I'm like, what is happening? This is very clearly a fake. It's not even a V, you know? That's a dramatic, I did see that though. I'm not lying about that explanation, but I do appreciate that if they don't have someone to authenticate things, that they're just honest with you about that. So I really appreciated that sign, and everything they had in that case was not super special. So I moved on. Always check out the shoe section. I thought this store was interesting because the shoe section was not that big, but the hard goods section, oh my gosh, was amazing. But you know, I'm flying, so I can't buy a bunch of plates and things. These shoes are very Nikki circa 10 years ago. I loved a platform stiletto. They're Jessica Simpson. I love a colorful steel. I can't say it. I don't know why I randomly go into a southern accent. Anyways, I love these shoes. They were only retailed for like 60. I don't know. Jessica Simpson sometimes can retail for like up to $100, but they have no resale value for me. I do resell Jessica Simpson though, mostly on consignment on ThredUp. I thought that these were cute. Charles David. I didn't particularly care for the Wooden Heel. I have sold Charles David, but more recent brands, and I picked these shoes up. This is one item I did buy. I'm not going to butcher the brand name. I discovered this actually when I did a Come Thrift with me in Utah. I will leave that video down below. I found them at Savers. I sent them to ThredUp and I made a profit of $70. So I picked these up at $13. I'm probably going to make a profit of anywhere from like $50 to $70. Super happy with that. I'm just going to clean them up a little bit. But yeah, just an FYI. I'm not going to butcher the name. If you want to see the name again, just rewind this a little bit because I always butcher that name. But that was a new brand to me that I had never seen until, actually, you know what? After I went to Utah and thrifted, I did find it in LA a couple times. It's funny how once you're exposed to something, then you start noticing it everywhere. Isn't that how the brain works, right? Moving on to athletic wear, I didn't find one piece of Lululemon, Athleta, just a ton of Champion, Target, Old Navy, a ton of Old Navy. I feel like somebody just came and donated like all of their Old Navy leggings. I found these new with tags. They were marked down Liz Claiborne. They were kind of like a stretchy jegging. I don't know. They felt really soft. But I moved on. I hate saying blanket statements because there are outliers, but I usually only pick up Liz Claiborne at the bins and send it to ThredUp. It's not a mall brand. I sell myself. So yeah, I was a little sad about that because I was hoping to find a bunch of leggings that I could just box up and send to ThredUp, but no, really cute prints, like things I would wear myself. Have I worn Old Navy leggings? I think I have, and I think I liked them. Eddie Bauer's a brand I love picking up at the bins. I'm sorry, you guys. I know I'm talking about the bins a lot, but I'm just trying to give you helpful information to tell you why I don't pick things up at a traditional thrift store and why I would pick it up at the bins, if that makes sense. I did want to find a Goodwill outlet here in Maryland or DC because I can't recall if they have one, but we just didn't have time. The main purpose of this trip was to come and meet my new godson. His name is Roman. He's adorable. I did not get clearance from his mom, my best friend, to put him online, so I'm not going to show you him, but I spent time with him, and he's just so sweet and cute. He's adorable. And then my mom and I also came to clear out a storage unit we've had here for like a million years, 12 years to be exact. So I didn't have a bunch of time to like go to the bins and thrift. I wanted to go to some consignment shops. I wanted to go to some shops in DC, but I'll be coming back here because my best friend lives here. So moved on to the jackets and blazers. Sometimes I will pick up these like school blazers, you know, that have the school emblem or the logo or the name, but that was nothing. This looked interesting because it said made in Italy, but it had some stains and snags. Sometimes I'll film a jacket, show you the tag, turn the camera off and look for flaws, and I found a lot of flaws on that. Here's another brand I used to love selling when I was slinging a lot of career wear. Pre-pandemic. Le Suit is sold at Macy's. It's a more expensive brand for Macy's, and I did really well selling, like, I'm not kidding, hundreds of pieces on ThredUp, but then that all tanked when the Rona started. I had never seen that Lucky brand tag before. It looked interesting, but that sweater had a ton of signs of wear. This is another brand. It said made in Italy, but it felt super, super flammable. My oldies but goldies know what I mean when I say that. Like, it was a very cheap polyester feeling jacket. So sometimes I'll always think, oh, made in Italy, that means money. That's not always true, friends. I learned that the hard way after many years of reselling. It is still worth looking up comps. Something I'm not showing you here is looking up comps. If you are new, if you are not new, if you've been reselling for a million years, please look up comps. Things are always changing. Our economy is always changing. People, value things more than they did. It just look up comps, trust me. Okay. But I don't show that to you guys because these videos would be like 45 minutes long. But if you'd like me to start including me looking up comps, I can. I would just need to film on my GoPro, because what I'll do is I film on my phone. So I'd have to stop filming and like look up comps. And that's what I do. But I would need a separate camera so I could film and show you me looking up comps on my phone. This store was very crowded. Didn't find any coats, vests, jackets. You can see Ann Taylor, Banana Republic, No Brand, Random Brand, just a lot of random stuff, you guys. And I think they had jackets at $8. I did pick up this Ivy Park. I think they had it at $7.50. I have never sold Ivy Park, and I hear people talk about it having a pretty decent resale value. I looked up comps on this jacket, and I'm pretty sure I could sell this for like $35 to $40, maybe more, because it's in really good condition and it's very oversized. It's a size extra small, but I'm a size medium, and I tried it on and I had a ton of room. So I'm going to put in the listing that maybe even up to a size large could wear this. When things are that oversized, I recommend putting that in your listing. Always take your clothes off your hangers and take it to the employees. They are so grateful. I'm still going to do a video on, I don't know what to call it. Being friends with thrift store employees or being nice. I don't know. But I have just found some things that are really helpful that thrift store employees love me, you guys. And she was so great. I only bought 2 things, and she was so grateful that I took the hangers off, and she gave me like a 5% discount. So just little tips, especially if you're buying a lot of stuff, they really appreciate you taking your hangers off. It saves them time. It saves you time. But I just don't know what to call that video. If you have any ideas, let me know. You guys are really innovative, so you let me know what we should call it. I did take a browse through the hard goods section. I thought this purse was really cool. It didn't have a brand. I don't know if it was like handmade or something. I just thought it was cool. I probably could have sold that. Probably should have picked that up. But I browsed through. You can see there's a lot of people here. I try not to film. It was very cold, in my opinion, coming from California. It was like 55 degrees and raining the entire time we were in Maryland and DC. It was a mess. I was freezing because in LA, the day we flew in, it was 85. And so we fly in here and it's like 55 and raining. So I know that's not cold to most of you, but look at these hard good prices, you guys. 4 for $2.99. They're hard goods prices. I could get in line with that. Really cool stuff. I didn't look up comps because I just knew, I'm not going to wrap up a bowl and send it across the country. We're just not going to do that. So I just wanted to show you guys because the store is huge. There goes a kid riding around a scooter. Made me very nervous with him doing that by the glassware. Let's check in with Mom and see the stuff that she gets. Oh, bless Mom. She always tries to get me stuff for me to resell. And I'm like, Mom, this is literally from Payless. What are we doing here? This was cute. She got for herself for work. My mom always kills it. Like, she gets great stuff for herself for work, and then she'll hand me something from Payless in 1985 and be like, can you sell this? Anyways, I love you, Mom, because she is watching this video. She did get that dress for work. Really cute. This leopard situation, she showed me, and I appreciate it because I've told her 100% silk, always show me. But I did look up this brand, and the sell-through rate was really bad, like 10%, even though it was 100% silk. So I passed on that. But my mom scored a bunch of nice stuff for herself for work, and then we left. Hopefully you enjoyed. There's some more travel Come Thrift with me coming up because I'm still going to be traveling. It's October, and I'm still got places to go. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you soon. Ciao.